one of the biggest stories right now, right? In the NFL, we have a lot of attention on Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. Do you think the NFL is putting too much attention on that? What do you think of the Taylor Swift NFL era we're in right now?
It's all social media stuff, so I don't think too much about it. I mean, I think a lot of things like that were done before. There just weren't as many mechanisms to push it out into the public, and now that the public has a lot more insight and seeing and able to put in their 2 cents about everything, it makes it a bigger story.
I guess because she's been going to so many games, some of the commentators are saying they're cutting to the stands too much and showing her and making that more of the story than the game, focusing on the game. What do you think of that?
Probably. I would probably agree with them.
And let me ask you also about just the season right now. We have a lot of star quarterbacks. We got Jalen Hurts. We have Mahomes. We've got Lamar Jackson. Who do you see as the top quarterback, at least in the league right now?
Well, it's hard to push somebody up ahead of Mahomes, but you got a lot of young guys that are playing well. I mean, the kid in San Francisco is playing pretty well, although he doesn't have enough years behind him for people to look at him that way. But I think he's going to be a good one. You can go around the league. Buffalo, the Chargers, Cincinnati. I mean, those guys are all good. Tua in Florida is having a great year. So it's just a fun game to watch.
Do you think the storyline of the Kelce brothers is good for the NFL and bringing a lot of excitement to the game? Not just leaving out the Taylor Swift stuff, just the fact we've got brothers on 2 separate teams.
Well, we've had that for many years. So it happened a lot of times. It's not the first time. It's just like I said, there's just so many more means of putting stories out there, and then because there's so many people able to put forth their thoughts, you just hear more about it now. But I mean, back then, it wasn't a big deal made of Peyton and Eli played against each other, right? I mean, that's another big one. And there were plenty more. But yeah, it's a social media game these days.
Is it better now with that kind of?
No. I don't know how they do it. I don't know how those guys try to keep up on that. There's no way. I didn't have enough time. I barely had enough time to go home and eat and then start studying again. But yeah, it's interesting. I don't know if I could do it. I have to turn them off.
It takes a lot of time to send out all the tweets and messages.
Yeah,
and all that.
yeah. I have a hard time keeping up with it now. In fact, I don't. I have somebody do it for me.